Feed me chicken.
Hello YouTube, back again. The Chaos Engine is on the Amiga 1200, so you get some more flickery goodness for your viewing pleasure. Today, again, I get to talk about another brilliant YouTuber. But the thing about this YouTuber is that, let me just give you a little history with me in particular. So, I said it time and time again, I came onto YouTube to obviously show what I get, but to make connections and to be able to buy, sell and trade with others. But my mindset was about trading in particular, game for a game. And obviously through that you build up your friends, you build up your relationships, and hopefully they develop into friendships. But it's not something that's guaranteed. Again, in my journey on YouTube, I have been so fortunate to be asked into certain groups. Through those groups, I have completed aims such as building relationships with people and being able to trade, etc., etc. The good thing about meeting other people is that if these people's mindset is different to yours and you are open to listening to what they've got to say, it's a glorious thing. This YouTuber has opened my eyes in the way that he approaches things, and in fact the way his other half approaches things as well. So this video is about bawhawhaw and zeldapop. They've done it again. I have got the better end by far of what this turned out to be. So how did this all start? So you may have seen, whenever I released it, a boot sale video. Now I said that there was another game that I got that went to another tuber. And that tuber was bawhawhaw. His video has already come out. Now I contacted many tubers, including bawhawhaw, about that particular game. And the reason I contacted people wasn't because I wanted to show off and say, hey, I've got this really big bargain, look at me, I'm Billy Big Bollocks. By the way, anyone who's called Billy watching this, I wasn't taking piss, I'm just saying Billy Big Bollocks is just the same, just in case. It wasn't about being that, it was basically to say, look, I've not seen this game, let alone in this condition before, can you help me out with a value, because it's not a game I plan on keeping. And at the time, I was hoping that this game would pay towards a Switch online account. So I got in contact with many tubers and they were able to help me out. So I am super grateful to the tubers that I got in contact with. You know who you are. And because this video is way overdue, I don't want to miss anybody out. I don't use my phone to make notes or anything like that. In my hand is the box so it doesn't fall off my lap. So thank you to everyone who gave me such useful information about the game. I shared, once I got in contact with bawhawhaw, I said, look, would you be interested in the game? He said, yes, depending on what you want for it. Now at the time, like I said, I was only wanting to sell the game so I could have an online Switch account. I managed to sort that out without needing to charge or needing to sell or wanting to sell. Man, it sounds bad no matter what way it comes out, but my first intentions weren't the intentions I ended up going with, so I managed to sort it out. So when I got back in contact with bawhawhaw, I was like, no, it's free, as long as you can tell me how I can pack it so it doesn't get ruined, it's yours. Kind of turned into a massive trade in which I got the absolute corker end of this deal. So let me just show you the box. See, no address. But yeah, here's the size of the box. So there will be, I don't know if I have a particular order to it. Having said that though, I ain't going to leave these ones till last. Right, so we will start off with Dynasty Warriors 7. Great start. I have Dynasty Warriors 4 on the Xbox 360. I think I have 5. Now I have 7. Next, Blur on the Xbox 360. Now, the thing with Blur, for me, is I remember Ballistic Headshot, he was really raving about this game when it first came out. And I was like, no. It just felt like a rip-off of kind of like Micro Machines. That's where it came off as a rip-off of. And back then I was like really against having this game. I've grown up since. And it is a game that deserves being played. Just have no preconceptions of it being after anything else, really. Let it be its own game, in its own right, and you can enjoy it. Next, game I have passed up many times. Because I keep thinking I've got it on the PlayStation 3, and I don't. Crisis 3. There's nothing I can say about it because everyone else has said what a good game this is. And I just keep passing it up because I think I've already got it. But I'm a dumbass. What do I know? We have Alice. Madness Returns. Now, for those of you who have watched my channel before, my drug dealer has already handed me a version of this game for the PlayStation 3. But I did inquire into bawhawhaw's memory bank. I said, which one is better, the 360 version or the PS3? He said the 360 version plays better. Well, that's all I need to know, really. Yes, it is the American version, but it will play on a PAL Xbox 360. The game is complete, which the PS3 version I own wasn't. So there you go. I look forward to playing the better version on the 360. Next up, we have a PlayStation 4 game. And we have Infamous Second Son. I own both 1 and 2 on the PS3. I played a little bit of the first one, haven't played through the second one. But, you know, when you've got a series that's running, it's on the PlayStation 4, it's just one I just need to get to, if that makes sense. So yeah, Second Son. Next, a game that I wasn't really sold on when it came out. Again, it's a game that Ballistic Headshot had. He said it's alright. Just take it for what it is. You know, it's a game that just allows you to hack into the world. Who doesn't want to hack into the world, eh? Watch Dogs. So yeah, a game that I just wasn't keen on it. It didn't grab me when I was in my younger years. I made myself sound really old. But you know, here we are, growing up. Why miss out on a game that you can make your own decision on by having preconceived notions beforehand? So get rid of them. The game ain't any good. The game ain't any good. But you know, you should give these things a try. Now, the next game. I absolutely love this series. Unfortunately, over the years, I have become worse and worse because I am just shit at games in general. But once upon a time, there was a time where I could play these games and not do too shabby. I own a version above this one. For some reason, I just don't have this one. So it is Street Fighter 4. I do have a version on the 360, and like I've said many times before, the 360 just doesn't play well for me. I have Super Street Fighter 4 on the PS3, but not Street Fighter 4. You gotta have it. And 9 Street Fighter series as I do, I'm pretty sure, I know there's the Ultra, and I think there's one above Ultra Street Fighter 4. Not sure on that. I'm sure there is. Anyway, I don't own Ultra, so one day I will. Next, we have 2 DS games. The first one is Metroid Prime Hunter's First Hunt. Okay, lovely jubbly. Metroid. I don't really need to say anything about Metroid. Everyone knows what Metroid is, who Metroid is. That's it. Done, isn't it? The next one we got is Drawn to Life. Now, the reason I've got this is because I believe that this will probably play well using the stylus on the DS. I just think it will just translate well. But it's the same as if it was, if I got the version for the Wii. It just feels one of those games that will just translate well. Silly fun. It's just something you just sit down and enjoy. And I do have young children, so you know, I could probably enjoy it with them as well. But Drawn to Life on the DS. Do you think it stops there? No, because you can hear me rustling around in the box. But it doesn't. It doesn't stop there, man. This box just continues. Again, like I said before, this was a game that was supposed to go to bawhawhaw, turn into a trade, and then just turn into me just getting an absolutely blinding amount of games. So again, I can't thank you bawhawhaw or you zeldapop enough. But the games just go on and on and on, and it's amazing. Absolutely amazing. So what am I drooling over now? I want to make sure I pronounce it right. Yokus Island Express. Yokus Island Express. So you can see that I had to make sure I could see it. Now, it's just, but I believe it's like a cutesy platforming game. But the thing I do like about it is it's done by Team 17. Now, funny enough, I've got the Amiga on, I used to really enjoy games done by Team 17 on the Amiga. I think they made really class games. Most of the games, if you try and buy them box complete on the Amiga now, they're going to cost you a small fortune. It's good to see Team 17 with games to play on the Switch. And probably, in all honesty, the Switch is probably the best platform for them to make games for. Because we all have that conception now about Nintendo that they're just making kids games. Team 17, even if you judge by their logo, it does look rather childish, doesn't it? Well, I like childish fun in games, so count me in. The next game, yes, it's still going. It is still going. We have Bendy and the Ink Machine. A game that I've had my eye on probably since it was going in clearance in Argos was when I knew about it. I just missed out on it. But yeah, Bendy and the Ink Machine. I do like the way the art. I'm just looking at the graphics on the back here, the screenshots. You know, the art style is something that appeals to me. Simple yet dark. That's how I would describe what I see. I have obviously seen some gameplay footage of this as well, and I remain to that. Simple but dark. And the game probably for me, probably going to be rock fucking hard, but still. And the final game, which is a super rare game. By that I mean it comes from the developers, super rare, not that the game is super rare to get hold of. Anyway, what is this game? The game in question is Tokitoki. Now, when this game was being shown to me by Mr. bawhawhaw, I had a look at the gameplay footage, and ironically, when you're shooting from your mouth, it reminds me a lot of Super Frog on the Amiga. God, tying a bit of Amiga here today, don't we? It's good, isn't it? But yeah, some super duper stuff inside the pack. Lots and lots of glare for you to hate me with, but there you go. And that, I do believe, is the box. Let me just double check. I haven't missed anything. No, I have not. So, to bawhawhaw, and Zeldapop. Again, can't thank you guys enough. Look after me all the time. And if you're not watching bawhawhaw's channel where he does pickups, where he plays really, really crappy games, so you don't have to. He live streams it. He enjoys his drink while he's playing these games. I think it's the only thing he's insane when he's playing these really, really poor games. But the guy has got so much knowledge. He's a very, very knowledgeable guy. He is part of the G Club, which is all the gamer score people who are chasing those gamer scores on the Xbox 360 and Xbox One. Yeah, the guy is a legend. And there's nothing much more I can say. You know, go and watch his channel. You won't be disappointed. And just thank you once again. Right. Title screen's back on. I am done. I'll see you all later. Bye for now. Fuck, I just sound like Big Game Al.